The Young and the Restless recap for Tuesday, March 11, reveals Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers will be lab rats, while it's determined that a white van was tied to their kidnappings. In Captivity, Sharon will push Phyllis to drink what she believes is the antidote, but Phyllis will have a hard time trusting her. However, Phyllis will ultimately gulp the water bottle marked with a sticker and will feel better a few minutes later. Sharon will wonder if Phyllis would have done the same for her if the situation had been reversed. Phyllis will act like maybe she wouldn't have, but Sharon will suspect that Phyllis would have helped her too. After Phyllis thanks Sharon for saving her life and takes her hand, Phyllis will try to get some rest on the sofa. The captor will eventually tell Sharon that this isn't personal and that they should think of this like an experiment. Sharon will rant about being lab rats and worry that liberation doesn't necessarily mean they'll be returned to their loved ones. Once Sharon screams and startles Phyllis, she'll admit she doesn't think they're getting out of there anytime soon. At Society, Nick Newman will open up to Victoria Newman about his concerns since Sharon and Phyllis are still missing. Daniel Romalotti Jr. will join the discussion before Chance Chancellor appears with some updates. Thanks to some new CCTV footage, there'll be proof that a white van with no windows pulled up after Phyllis left the athletic club. Sharon was also spotted in the Cassidy First parking lot near that same van, which was stolen from a medical supply company that morning. Now that they have this clue, Nick will hope it leads to figuring out where Sharon and Phyllis are now. At the GCAC on Tuesday's I&R episode, Summer Newman will derail Kyle Abbott's date with Claire Newman and insist this is about Harrison Abbott. Once Claire steps away, Summer will argue that Harrison could hear something about Phyllis' disappearance, so they need to talk to him tonight and try to reassure him. Kyle will cave in when Summer argues that this can't wait, so she'll be pleased. Summer will try to convince Claire not to wait around, but Claire will decide to grab a drink at the bar. Claire will find the martini she orders to be a little strong, so Holden Novak will come along and order them both some Vespers instead. That'll be more to Claire's liking, so Holden will have a flirty conversation with her about James Bond before exchanging introductions. When Kyle returns with Summer, they'll spot Holden and Claire clinking glasses. Summer will point out that Claire's found a new friend, so Kyle will seem a little jealous as he steals her away from Holden and tries to get their date back on track. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Claire and Kyle have more relationship issues in their future, so we'll bring you more predictions on all the troubling news to come. It's where you want to be for Fantastic Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates, so visit us regularly for more Y&R info. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Jolie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, March 11, 2025 are here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect a rescue mission for Sharon Newman to take place. Will Phyllis Summers survive or die though? Meanwhile, Holden Novak meets Claire Grace Newman. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. Summer Newman's diversion. On Tuesday, March 11, fans can expect Summer Newman to cause some problems for Kyle and Claire. In fact, Summer doesn't just get in the way this time, but outright causes issues with the new couple. Summer overheard Kyle's romantic plans for Claire. Summer doesn't want them getting any closer than they already have. Now that Summer knows Kyle isn't in love with Claire yet, she will use this romantic night for Claire to her advantage. REDMORE? Find out what happened on the last episode of Y&R. Kyle Abbott's complication. Fans recall that Kyle and Diane Jenkins Abbott had a long conversation about Harrison Abbott. Diane was eager to babysit little Harrison during the renovations. With the family living out of a hotel, Diane offered to watch Harrison. Unfortunately, it sounds like Summer's diversion might stop Diane and Jack Abbott from babysitting. Of course, it's also possible that Summer uses another tactic to divide Claire and Kyle. Claire Grace Newman's encounter. The Young and the Restless spoilers for tomorrow reveal that Summer's diversion could have Kyle running late. So Claire sits at the bar and orders a strong drink. That is when Holden approaches Claire, which is odd. Claire seems caught off guard, but could she form a love connection with Holden? There is also the fact that Damian Kane ordered Holden back to Los Angeles. Holden also told Audra Charles that he's about to board a plane. Clearly, Holden isn't at the airport. So what happens with Claire? READAMORI, The Young and the Restless spoilers. Alan is Aristotle, Tracy's world shattered. Tuesday, March 11, 2025. Over at the abandoned psychiatric hospital, Phyllis drank poisoned water. While Sharon is pretty sure she found the antidote, it's just as likely it will finish the job. Phyllis will die either way, so her best bet is to take the bottle Sharon is offering her. Of course, there is no way that Phyllis will ever want to credit Sharon with saving her life. So this is quite the interesting quandary. It's also possible that in order for Phyllis to be civil, Sharon had to save her life somehow. Was this all part of the Captor's plan? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what is coming up next. The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates tease the shocking truth behind the kidnapping is set to take a dark turn as the identity of the captor comes to light. Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers will be left reeling when they discover who has been keeping them prisoner, but who could it possibly be? Dead or undead, which is it? Ian Ward appears to have defied death, as evidenced by his eyes fluttering open and a gasp escaping his lips in the ambulance. Although the morgue reported his cremation, it's possible he managed to persuade someone to assist him in maintaining the illusion of his own death. Yet, if he were truly lurking in the shadows, seeking vengeance, wouldn't his sights be set on Victor Newman for his earlier attempt on Ian's life? Given that Ian was in the process of recovering from a life-threatening injury, it seems unlikely that he's the one behind the chaos. Although it doesn't mean he's not still alive somewhere recovering, it's doubtful that he's the one who kidnapped Phyllis and Sharon. Billy Abbott provides a clue about another madman. This leads us to an intriguing hint that Billy Abbott will reveal in the episode airing on March 10. After dismissing Ian as a suspect, Billy starts to entertain the idea that a different madman could be behind the chaos. If he's onto something, it suggests that the person holding Phyllis and Sharon captive might be an insane male figure. The two women are trapped in an old psychiatric institution called Havenhurst. Initially, Sharon speculated that their captor could be a former doctor or patient from the facility. Let's delve into the patient theory and consider the unsettling possibility that the individual orchestrating this nightmare is indeed mentally unstable. Alan Laurent has surfaced in Genoa City with Tracy Abbott, or is it Martin Laurent? When Alan Laurent first crossed paths with Sharon, he casually mentioned his involvement in a psychological study and expressed a desire to interview her. He was in the process of writing a book, which is an important detail to consider. Given the circumstances, it might be time to reconsider the notion that Alan is who he claims to be. What if Martin Laurent, the twin who supposedly didn't survive the tragic balcony fall in France, has been living under the guise of Alan all this time? We can't overlook the moment when Alan entered the Abbott mansion alongside Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, and behaved as if he were a complete stranger to the place. Martin was the one who lived, Alan the one who died? Viewers will remember the two identical twins struggling and falling from a high balcony, the troubled twin Martin having died, or did he? Granted, it would have taken some doing to switch clothing with a dead twin on top of him, so Martin would appear to be Alan. The reason Martin didn't recognize the Abbott house is because he'd never been there, unlike Alan, who'd been a friend of Ashley Abbott's. Having worked for Alan in the past, he had transcribed notes from their sessions, which fueled his belief that he could perform Alan's role even more effectively. When the opportunity arose, Martin decided to impersonate Alan and engage with Ashley Abbott, pushing the boundaries of his hypnosis techniques to the limit. Experimental therapy being done on two rival captives? Let's delve into the peculiar predicament of Sharon and Phyllis. Doesn't it seem like a bizarre, extreme version of therapy? It's as if the orchestrator believes they're providing help, while in reality, they're crafting a living nightmare. In the episode airing on March 10, Sharon will ponder the unsettling notion that someone wants them to recognize their own brilliance through the enigma and theatrics surrounding their situation. This adds another layer to the mystery that aligns perfectly with Martin. Given that Alan was conducting research for a book and sought to speak with Sharon, it's plausible that Martin dug deep into her past with Phyllis. More fuel to the theory that Martin is the captor. After all, it would require significant investigation to uncover the specific song that played during the event where their confrontation occurred. It's unlikely that anyone could recall this information spontaneously, suggesting that the individual orchestrating these events doesn't need to have an intimate knowledge of Sharon and Phyllis. What matters is their willingness to delve into the details now. Let's revisit the clues to gain a clearer understanding of the situation. The abductor might be a former psychiatric patient who has coerced Phyllis and Sharon into a twisted game resembling a warped therapy session. It's entirely plausible that Martin is the mastermind behind this, aiming to demonstrate that his radical techniques can yield results. And just think, Ellen returns to Genoa City with Tracy this week. A little too conveniently, Alan makes his return to the screen during the week of March 10 to 14. It appears he's ready to pop the question to Tracy Abbott in the latest preview. Could the show be setting Tracy up for a devastating shock? Are we about to uncover that Martin has been deceiving her all along and is the mastermind behind the kidnapping turmoil? Spoilers for the upcoming week of the soap hint at an intense showdown between Sharon and Phyllis as they fight for their lives when the situation spirals out of control. Stay tuned for more predictions and updates on the shocking developments ahead. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with Y and R right now. Come back here often for the young and the restless spoilers, news, and updates. Tensions are running high in Genoa City as Phyllis Summers finds herself in a perilous situation. Forced to make a life-or-death decision. Held captive alongside Sharon Newman, Phyllis must put aside her long-standing mistrust and rely on Sharon's instincts to survive. Meanwhile, Summer Newman executes a calculated scheme to interfere in Kyle Abbott's budding romance, but her plan may have unintended consequences. Phyllis, bound and desperate, watches as Sharon holds a small, mysterious bottle in her hands. The captor has left them with a cruel choice. Phyllis must decide whether to trust Sharon's belief that the liquid inside contains the antidote to the poison she has unknowingly ingested. Though their history is riddled with betrayal and rivalry, Phyllis sees no other option. As she takes the leap of faith and drinks the contents, an agonizing moment of uncertainty follows. However, to her relief, the effects of the poison start to fade. For the first time in years, Phyllis looks at Sharon with something other than suspicion, perhaps even gratitude. The captor, watching from the shadows, appears satisfied. It becomes evident that whoever orchestrated this ordeal has a vested interest in uniting Phyllis and Sharon as allies. Despite their past differences, the two women realize they must work together if they hope to escape. As they start piecing together the clues surrounding their abduction, their dynamic shifts, rivalry giving way to necessity, mistrust slowly dissolving into reluctant cooperation. While Phyllis fights for survival, Summer is busy manipulating a different kind of situation. Determined to drive a wedge between Kyle and Claire Newman, Summer carefully orchestrates an interruption to their romantic evening. She sends Kyle a cryptic message, one designed to tug at his protective instincts. When his phone buzzes at the dinner table, Kyle's expression darkens. Claire watches the frustration as Summer's ploy works. Kyle is drawn away, leaving their evening in ruins. As Kyle steps outside to meet Summer, she feigns distress, playing on his emotions by claiming that something is wrong with Harrison. Concern flickers in Kyle's eyes as he questions her, but Summer insists that there's no time for explanations. Against his better judgment, Kyle follows her, leaving Claire fuming. Back at the bar, Claire, now alone and seething, drowns her frustration in another drink. That's when Holden Novak slides into the seat next to her, his usual confident smirk in place. "Rough night?" he asks smoothly. Claire sizes him up before offering a weary shrug. "You could say that." As Holden orders them another round, a new possibility arises. Perhaps Summer's interference has opened a door she hadn't considered. Meanwhile, Kyle arrives at the Abbott mansion, only to find Harrison perfectly safe and sound. Realization dawns as he turns to Summer, his patience wearing thin. "What's going on?" he demands. Summer, her expression a mix of false remorse and strategic vulnerability, sighs dramatically. "I'm sorry, Kyle. I just panicked. I thought something was wrong." Kyle, rubbing his temples in frustration, sees through her act. "You should have told me the truth." "I know," Summer murmurs, stepping closer. I miss us, Kyle. I miss our family." Kyle's jaw tightens as he processes her words. "Summer, we're over. You need to accept that." Tears well up in Summer's eyes, but beneath the surface, she knows she has already won this round. Doubt has been planted in Kyle's mind, seeds that will eventually take root. As the night unfolds, the tangled web of deception, longing, and power struggles continues. Phyllis and Sharon's unexpected alliance may be the key to their escape, but can they truly trust each other? Summer's interference in Kyle's love life may give her the upper hand for now, but Claire isn't one to back down easily. And as Holden steps into the picture, the game may have more players than Summer anticipated. The Young and the Restless, Y&R. Spoilers indicate that the little town of Genoa City is a revolving door, where characters enter only to leave and then return again. So who will be coming and who will be going on the show during the week of March 10 to 14? Time to find out. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Christine Blair ends her run. Y&R spoilers reveal that Laura Lee Bell recently returned to GC and reprised her role as Christine Blair to help her godson, Daniel Romalotti, with his recent legal issues. She left her rock star boyfriend, Danny Romalotti, on his world tour to help out, and now that Daniel has been cleared of all charges relating to Heather Stevens' murder, looks like she's headed back to rock on with Danny as he finishes up his concert dates. Christine was seen during the Thursday, March 10 show, where she noted she was leaving town to rejoin Danny. However, the two will likely be back for the Christmas season ahead. I&R spoilers. Villains continue to scheme. Speaking of Heather's demise, Y&R spoilers note that fans will see Jordan and Ian Ward during the Monday, March 13 show, as Colleen Zank and Ray Wise reprise their villainous roles. Still, fans are in for a shock as Ian is set to run into someone from his past during the Tuesday, March 14 episode. Meanwhile, cuter than cute Harrison Abbott, played by child actor Redding Munsell, is slated for an appearance during Monday's show. The little one will have some scenes with his soap parents, Summer Newman and Kyle Abbott, as the two tell him that Claire Newman will no longer be his nanny. As sad as Claire is to move on, she has decided to work with her grandmother, Nikki Newman, at Chancellor, so how will the little boy take the news? Who are you looking forward to seeing most during the week of March 10 to 14? Comment below. Catch Y&R Daily on CBS, and visit this site often for the best Young and the Restless news, spoilers, and updates. The Young and the Restless has been a daytime staple for decades, but recent behind-the-scenes whispers suggest that major changes could be on the horizon. And now, a bombshell rumor is shaking the very foundation of Genoa City. Sharon Newman may be saying goodbye for good. Fans are left reeling at the possibility that one of the show's most beloved characters could be making a heartbreaking exit. Is this really the end for Sharon? And if so, what does it mean for the future of Y&R? Let's break down the shocking developments that could change the soap forever. Sharon Newman, a Y&R icon on the brink of departure. Sharon Case has been portraying Sharon Newman for nearly 30 years, captivating audiences with her character's emotional depth and resilience. From her unforgettable romance with Nick Newman to her battles with mental illness, Sharon has been a pillar of the young and the restless. But now, speculation is swirling that Sharon Case may be preparing to leave the show. While there hasn't been an official confirmation, cryptic social media posts and behind-the-scenes shifts suggest that Y&R could be making a dramatic change. Some insiders claim that Sharon's storyline has been gradually fading into the background, almost as if the writers are preparing for her exit. Fans have noticed her diminished screen time and lack of a compelling storyline in recent months. Could this be the beginning of the end? How will Sharon exit? If the rumors are true, how will Sharon Newman leave Genoa City? Y&R writers have plenty of options, but none of them will be easy for longtime fans to watch. A tragic goodbye, the most dramatic exit would be for Sharon to meet an untimely fate. A shocking accident or an unforeseen illness could send Genoa City into mourning, leaving Nick, Mariah, and Faith devastated. A fresh start elsewhere. If the writers want to keep the door open for a possible return, Sharon might leave town to pursue a new opportunity, perhaps starting over in a new city, running a new business, or reconnecting with family. A romantic escape? Could Sharon rekindle a past love and ride off into the sunset? A reunion with an old flame, or even a whirlwind romance with someone new, could be the perfect reason for her departure. No matter how it happens, Sharon's potential exit would leave a massive void in Y&R, and fans are already bracing for the worst. What this means for Y&R's future. If Y&R truly loses Sharon Newman, it could signal a major shift for the show. Losing such a longtime character might shake up viewership, especially among die-hard fans who have followed Sharon's journey for decades. With soap operas facing increasing competition from streaming platforms and reality TV, every casting change matters. Could Sharon's departure be the first of many? And more importantly, can Y&R survive without her? Some fans fear this could be a sign of deeper trouble behind the scenes. Is The Young and the Restless headed for a major overhaul, or worse, could it be nearing its final chapter? Is this really goodbye? For now, there's no official confirmation that Sharon Case is leaving Y&R, but the signs are impossible to ignore. Whether this is the end of Sharon Newman's journey or just another shocking twist, fans will be glued to their screens to see how it all unfolds. In shocking and heartbreaking news, legendary The Young and the Restless star Peter Bergman has officially confirmed a serious health crisis. Fans are devastated as they rally around the beloved actor, who has portrayed Jack Abbott for over 3 decades. What is happening to Bergman? And what does this mean for his future on Y&R? Here's everything we know. A difficult announcement. Peter Bergman, known for his iconic role as Jack Abbott, has been a pillar of The Young and the Restless for more than 30 years. His recent absence from the show sparked concern, and now the truth has finally come to light. He has been facing a serious health challenge. In a heartfelt statement, Bergman opened up about his condition, expressing gratitude for the support of his family, colleagues, and loyal fans. Though details remain private, his words carried an emotional weight, making it clear that this is a difficult battle. Will this impact his role as Jack Abbott? With Bergman's health now a major concern, Y&R fans are left wondering, what does this mean for Jack Abbott? Will he take a temporary leave, or is the show preparing for a heartbreaking farewell? Producers have remained tight-lipped about any immediate storyline changes, but given Jack's pivotal role in Genoa City, his absence would leave a huge void. Some speculate that Y&R may adjust scripts to allow Bergman more time to recover, while others fear a sudden exit could be on the horizon. An outpouring of support from fans and co-stars. As news of Bergman's health crisis spreads, love and support are pouring in from all corners of the soap world. Fans have taken to social media, sending heartfelt messages and sharing their favorite Jack Abbott moments. Many of his Y&R co-stars have also spoken out, offering words of encouragement and reassurance. Eric Braeden called Bergman a fighter, while Eileen Davidson shared a touching tribute, reminding fans of his strength and resilience. What's next for Peter Bergman? While Bergman's health remains his top priority, his love for acting has never wavered. Insiders say he is determined to fight through this challenge, and if there's one thing we know about Peter Bergman, it's that he never backs down from a battle. For now, fans can only hope for the best and continue sending their well wishes. As Genoa City holds its breath, one thing is certain: Peter Bergman's impact on the young and the restless is undeniable, and his legacy will never fade. The latest Young and the Restless spoilers reveal an unexpected bombshell that turns Nate Hastings' world upside down. For weeks, Nate had believed that Damian King was his long-lost brother, trusting the DNA test results that supposedly confirmed their connection. However, Elena delivers a shocking revelation that changes everything. Those results were completely wrong. Nate and Damian are not related by blood. The news comes as a devastating blow to Nate, who had started forming a bond with Damian under the belief that they were family. Elena, who has always stood by Nate's side, could no longer remain silent when she discovered the truth. She exposes the flawed DNA test, revealing that Damian had deceived Nate all along. Feeling betrayed, Nate struggles to process this revelation, realizing that everything he believed about his newfound sibling was a lie. Despite the emotional turmoil, Nate chooses not to act impulsively. Instead, he plays it smart, pretending to know nothing as he carefully observes Damian's next moves. Meanwhile, Lily Winters, who had warned Nate about Damian's shady behavior, watches cautiously as the situation unfolds. She suspects Damian has a hidden agenda, and now Nate is determined to uncover what that might be. As tensions rise, Devon Hamilton gets dragged into the conflict. As the self-appointed protector of his family, Devon refuses to tolerate Damian's lies. He demands answers, but instead of coming clean, Damian dodges the questions, further fueling Devon's anger. The more Damian tries to cover up the truth, the more suspicious Devon becomes. Feeling betrayed, Devon vows to expose Damian's true motives, setting the stage for an explosive confrontation. At the same time, a complicated emotional entanglement forms between Damian and Lily. Although Lily remains composed on the surface, she cannot deny that she is drawn to Damian. He is more than just a supposed family member. He understands her in a way few others do. However, this growing closeness alarms Devon, who sees Damian as a manipulator who could bring harm to their family. Devon believes Lily is falling for Damian's charm and refuses to stand by while she risks everything for someone untrustworthy. The situation reaches a boiling point as Damian and Devon clash. Devon, unwilling to let his family be deceived, directly confronts Damian, accusing him of orchestrating a massive lie. He insists that Damian manipulated the DNA test to create a false connection with Nate. However, Damian refuses to admit any wrongdoing, maintaining his calm demeanor despite Devon's relentless accusations. Meanwhile, Lily finds herself trapped in a difficult position. On one hand, she values Davin's opinion and knows he is only trying to protect her. On the other, she feels an undeniable pull toward Damien, making her question whether she should give him a chance. Her emotions become a battlefield. Does she stay loyal to her family, or does she follow her heart, even if it means going against Devin? As the dust settles, Nate continues to play his waiting game, hoping Damien will slip up and reveal his true intentions. Devin, more determined than ever, prepares to take drastic action to ensure Damien is exposed. And Lily, caught between love and loyalty, faces a heartbreaking choice that could alter her relationships forever. With shocking twists and deep-seated betrayals, The Young and the Restless is heating up. Will Damien's secrets finally be revealed? Will Lily choose family over forbidden feelings? And how will Nate handle this newfound truth about his so-called brother? Stay tuned, things are only getting more intense in Genoa City. Tragic death of William J. Bell, a shocking loss for the Young and the Restless fans. In a heart-wrenching turn of events, the beloved co-creator of The Young and the Restless, William J. Bell, has passed away. His death has left a profound impact on the world of soap operas and TV fans worldwide. Bell's influence on the genre is immeasurable, having shaped The Young and the Restless into one of the most iconic and longest-running daytime dramas in television history. For decades, Bell's vision brought captivating storylines, unforgettable characters, and dramatic moments to millions of viewers. His contribution to the soap opera industry will be remembered for years to come, and his legacy will continue to shape the world of television. This devastating news comes as a shock to many, as Bell's influence in the entertainment world was still as strong as ever. His passing marks the end of an era for The Young and the Restless, and leaves a void that will never be filled. Fans are left to mourn the loss of a visionary who helped bring daytime drama into the hearts of audiences around the world. As we reflect on his monumental contributions, The Young and the Restless and its devoted viewers will forever remember the brilliant mind of William J. Bell.